Alright guys, what is going on? No face cam in this one. I'm at work. But let's get into this. So I'm pretty sure you guys have been keeping up with what has been going on between Lucas and Brandon Tatum. Now listen, full disclaimer. Wow. I respect both men. I respect both parties. I respect Lucas. I respect the boy Tatum. But I'm not gonna lie, the boy Lucas has gone off the deep end, it seems. Now again, full disclaimer. Full disclaimer. Because Amazing Lucas was one of the first people who I met who really opened my eyes to the idea of conservatism. So I'ma always respect Lucas, don't get it twisted. But my respect for him really has waned a lot. Like a lot. So as you guys know, Lucas has been dropping subs substantially. It really started with the whole riots last year and the whole thing with David Dorn. I don't know, man. I don't know. And he just has this, how can I describe it? This actual, I don't want to call it hatred, but it seems almost like jealousy. That's what it's coming across as. This almost infatuation with Brandon Tatum. And I honestly don't know where it came from. Now, he did an actual 2-hour video criticizing Tatum. This thing just came out of left pocket. I don't know where this came from. I don't really even think Brandon speaks to Lucas. I mean, recently Tatum uploaded a video responding to this whole incident, and I learned that it was like a couple years ago, but he actually flew like a lot of black conservatives out to Phoenix, I believe, and that's where he actually met Lucas. And I didn't even know those two guys even met. So I was like, wow, this is cool. Like Brandon Tatum, the Amazing Lucas, like these guys met. You know, okay, but I honestly don't know where Lucas is coming from with all of this. But you guys, I'm linked his actual video below in the comments because it is getting ratioed to hell. I couldn't even watch all of it. Like, it wasn't even constructive criticism. It was just mostly just bashing Brandon Tatum, calling the man a coon, saying he's tap dancing for white conservatives, like pushing out the agenda for white conservatives, and like a whole bunch of nonsense. And again, I watch both men because I honestly like the perspective of these two gentlemen. I watch Tatum because Tatum, he was a former cop. He has that kind of knowledge. He has that viewpoint, so I can see a better insight into law enforcement. But I also watch Amazing Lucas because Lucas is also an outsider, but he can also give his synopsis in a different spin because he came from a different background. But also Brandon Tatum, he also came from the hood, and like he brought himself up out of that situation and became a better person, became a cop, yada yada. You guys know the whole origin story of Brandon Tatum. So I watched these two guys for these two perspectives, and I honestly like that dynamic because it keeps a balance. But Lucas really has gone off the deep end. Well, since really last year, this dude is going the way of Leo Dunson, and I honestly loved Leo Dunson because he was also one of the first people who honestly saved me. And it really sucks, man. Like this whole thing, it really sucks. But I watched about almost half of I wouldn't even say half. It was like 30 minutes of Lucas's. It was just mostly just a rant, honestly. And after that, I was skipping around. But the fact that Lucas actually brought in, well, it was mostly the fact that Lucas brought in Tatum's wife and kid, where I really lost a lot of respect for him. Because if you're gonna have beef with the guy, then keep it between you and him. What is the point of bringing up bringing up Brandon Tatum's white wife and their kid? Well, what is the point of that? What is the purpose of that? Listen, who cares, man? We live on this planet for a finite amount of time, and you're gonna love who you're gonna love. Love is the most powerful thing we have on this planet. I honestly see, to me, it honestly doesn't matter who you fall in love with, as long as they love you back. You guys grow as a family. You guys build something together. Spend the rest of your life together. That's what it should be about. But the fact that Lucas brought up Tatum's white wife, like, bro, that was just so scummy. I'm like, come on, Lucas, dude, you're better than this. And the fact that he called Tatum a coon and that he's tap dancing. Listen, because Brandon Tatum also gave his synopsis on it, and again, I liked what Tatum had to say. If white conservatives agree with what Tatum is saying, how is that in terms him tap dancing for the white conservatives? If half of the nation agrees with Brandon Tatum, and the other half of whites, the liberal whites, don't. So that's not even a great argument that Lucas can even bring into the fight, saying that he's tap dancing. Only half of the white population actually likes Brandon Tatum. So I don't know, man. I mean, it really sucks that these guys are going head to head like this. But again, man, if I ever, I mean, and another thing that I kind of lost respect for Lucas on was the fact that Lucas has a substantial base. Okay, I mean, he's dropped like what, 70K, but he still has like 400,000 subscribers. Lucas could have easily got in contact with Brandon Tatum or anyone else that he has criticized, because he's criticized ABL, he's criticized, let me see, it was ABL, who else, Candace Owens. Lucas has such a big user base that if he wanted to get in touch with any one of these conservatives, then he easily could have. And see, that's the thing where I don't really like Luke. I wouldn't really say really like, but that's kind of a aspect of Lucas where I kind of lose respect for him. Because, dude, you're a grown man. Where I come from in the boonies, if we ever had a problem with someone, we'd go to them directly. We say, hey, I heard you had a problem with me. What's up? How are we going to deal with this? Either we're going to go into a feud and come to blows, or we're going to talk it out. One of the two is going to happen. The fact that Lucas cannot get in contact with these other influencers, these other conservatives, and just talk with them, even if you guys at the end of the debate, even if you guys couldn't even agree totally, the fact that you stated your claim and the fact that you went up to them and voiced your opinion on their opinion, that people would have a lot more respect for Lucas in that regards, I believe. That's how I would do it, and that's how, if I ever get big enough in this space, in this conservative area, where I could get attention from these giant channels, these giant influencers. If I ever had a problem with them, I'd go to them directly. I'd say, hey, I hit up Brandon Tatum in the comments, well, not the comments, but on his Instagram or something. I'd say, Tatum, I have an issue with what you're saying. Let's talk it out. Let's debate about it. Let me get a better insight on how you're thinking about a situation, because at the end of the day, we're both supposed to be pushing the same movement, but yet we're out here fighting amongst each other. Like, what? I don't understand what Lucas is doing, man. This man is like, he's killing his channel. I don't know if he has something planned. I don't know, but Lucas is really, he's tripping, man. He's tripping hard, man. And it sucks because, again, he was one of the first people who I discovered in this kind of conservative area. So I don't know, man. I wish that Lucas would grow some balls and actually talk more with these other black conservatives, even if you don't like them. People would have more respect for you if you guys just sat down, made a video, and even at the end of the debate, like I said, if you guys couldn't agree on everything, at least you guys talked it out. It would have been better. But instead, Lucas is going the ways of a bitch, where he's just making videos, just ranting, and he's not even trying to really reach out to these other influencers in this space. and have a constructive debate. So I don't know, guys. I mean, it really sucks. I think he uploaded another video earlier, excuse me, about what was it? I browsed over the title. It was like he was what was it? Uh, Tatum stands calling Lucas misogynistic and racist or something like that. Something I'll look it down in the comments below. But again, I don't know what's going on with Lucas. Everyone's calling him liberal Lucas, lukewarm Lucas. But again, man, I understand where Lucas is coming from most of the time, but he's really going in the deep end. So I don't know. Hopefully, again, man, I just wish Lucas would. I just wish he'd grow some balls and just talk this out. Really, that's all he has to do. Just talk this out, and whatever happens, happens. But all right, guys, that's gonna do it for this one, man. Again, I still have a little bit of respect for Lucas. I'll still watch his channel here and there. I understand if you guys are unsubscribing. I understand. I get it. I totally understand. I get it. But I mean, it's always good to get a different dynamic from what everyone else is saying, because again, even though I like Tatum is not outside of the realm of criticism, because I do sometimes feel as though he take police's side on situations a little more than usual. I mean, but I kind of feel that's more from his background, which that's why sometimes I head over to Amazing Lucas and I get a different side of a story. But again, I still like both gentlemen. I've lost a ton of respect for Lucas, but I still respect him a little bit. I'm not gonna unsubscribe yet. If Lucas keeps going the way he's going with bashing police and just blatantly criticizing everyone, not even constructively criticizing, but just criticizing everyone, just name calling, like it's not helpful. It's honestly not helpful. So I'm gonna try to hang in there, guys. Let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have unsubscribed from the Amazing Lucas. It has been an interesting year thus far. I don't know what he's doing, man. I honestly don't know. But I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. So until then, take care. Bye bye.